Welcome back, my lovely listeners, to Lost Memories, Hidden Motives at Daily Stress Busters. In our last episode, Emily Grace, as she is known, began piecing together fragments of a past that felt both familiar and foreign. Objects and photos offered by Ian painted a picture of a tranquil life, yet flashes of gripping hands, splashing water, and a mysterious man's face whispered of something darker. A cryptic phone call for Grace left us questioning, who is Emily truly? And is Ian revealing her past, or rewriting it? Tonight, we unravel the threads further in Chapter 3, Strangers in the Shadows. With a mysterious figure entering Emily's world and an ominous message, the tension heightens. Let's step into the shadows together at Daily Stress Busters. Ian's care extended beyond the sterile hospital walls. He encouraged Emily to take walks on the hospital grounds. The fresh air meant to stir her mind and perhaps her memories. The gardens were a sanctuary of sorts, their winding paths lined with blooming flowers and shaded by towering oaks. It was during one of these walks that the routine was disrupted. A man, rugged, with piercing eyes that seemed to see straight through her, appeared from the edge of the garden. His presence was commanding, his gaze unwavering. He approached Emily with purpose, his voice cutting through the quiet as he called her by a name she didn't recognize. Claire. Before she could respond, Ian was at her side, his hand firm on her arm. His calm facade cracked, and his urgency to remove her from the situation was undeniable. The man's gaze lingered, but his words were drowned out as Ian led her away. That night, Emily's mind betrayed her once more. Her dreams took her to a place she couldn't place but felt deeply connected to. She was on a boat, the world around her painted in shades of moonlight and shadow. The air was heavy with tension, and voices echoed through the night. One voice cut through the rest, sharp and filled with urgency. "Don't trust him." The words reverberated like a warning, shaking her to her core. The face of the man from the garden flashed in her mind, his piercing eyes now filled with desperation. The dream faded, leaving her gasping for breath, the warning ringing in her ears. The next morning, Emily's mind was a storm of questions. Who was the man? Why did he call her Claire? And what did the dream mean? Ian's reassurances did little to calm her unease. Later that evening, as the hospital settled into its quiet rhythm, she found an envelope slipped under her door. Her hands trembled as she opened it, revealing a handwritten note. "Meet me in the garden at midnight. Your life depends on it." The words sent a shiver down her spine. The handwriting was unfamiliar, but the urgency was clear. Who had left it? Was it the man from the garden? And why was her life in danger? And so, my lovely listeners, the shadows surrounding Emily grow darker. A name she doesn't recognize. A stranger who seems to know her. A warning echoing from her dreams. And now, a note that could change everything. Here is our tonight's poetic verse. Beneath the moon, the shadows grow, where secrets thrive and whispers flow. A name once lost, a truth unclear. The garden calls. Will she face her fear? What will Emily discover in the garden at midnight? Can she trust a man who calls her Claire? Or is this another layer of the web she's trapped in? Join us next time for Chapter 4. A dangerous rendezvous, where revelations and risks intertwine at Daily Stress Busters. Until then, tell us, would you meet the stranger or stay in the safety of the hospital? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay curious, stay captivated, and we'll see you again soon.